That helps me remember is in golf, if any part of the ball is in, it's in. So if you've got an out of bounds line, white line on the ground, and the ball is half on and half off the out of bounds line, it's in bounds.
Oh, it is inbound.
Inbounds. And the same thing with the hazard. If you've got a hazard line, the line is part of the hazard, and if any part of the ball is in the hazard, it's all in the hazard. So, and then the same thing on the green. Sometimes you have a frog hair and the ball is overhanging the frog hair, and part of it's on the green and part of it's on the frog. So in that case, the ball is on the green. So any part of the ball is in or any part of the ball is on is in.
I don't know the language of frog hair.
Okay, that's maybe an archaic term. You won't find it in here. It's the fringe of the green.
Yeah.
It's that part of the
very first cut.
I thought it was a real frog's hair.
Okay, now let's go back. You said on an out-of-bounds line,
Yes.
if any part of the ball is in bounds on the side of the out-of-bounds line,
Right.
it's inbounds. It's
Inbounds.
not out.
That's right.
But on a hazard, if any part of the ball is on the line, it's in the hazard.
It's in.
Okay.
It's in again. It's inbound and it's in the hazard.
Okay.
So any part of the ball is in, it's in.
Question. I was watching the Phoenix tournament this past weekend, and on the 17th hole, Phil Mickelson hit a tee shot, went up to the water's edge. Fortunately for him, he was left-handed.
Yeah.
But you can see the hazard line. And right in front of him, between him and the hole, is one of the hazard
And
stakes.
he didn't remove
And he
it.
didn't remove it.
He could have removed
He
it.
could have removed it.
But apparently he's so confident with his shipping, he knew he was going to get it up over. I saw that. I was surprised at that.
And he may have used that as a target.
Could.
But my further question would be, let's say you don't have hazard lines, but you got hazard stakes. Could you move the hazard stake then if you don't? In that case, the hazard stake indicated the line. It didn't define the line. The margin, excuse me, of the hazard. The paint marks determine. They define the margin.
Anytime that there is a stake out there, yellow or red, you may remove it. If it's an out-of-bounds stake, you may not. The out-of-bounds stake becomes just like a out-of-bounds fence. You may not touch an out-of-bounds fence. You push it over this way so you can get a better swing of the ball or anything. So anything that has to do with the boundary of the golf course, you may not touch it. But once it's inside the boundary, if it's a stake marking yellow or red, you may remove it.
You may remove it even if it defines the margin of the
Yes.
hazard.
Yes.
So if it rolls up against the stake, stops you without moving the ball, move the stake,
Right.
then make it go.
That's right. And if the ball rolls as you're removing that, you replace the ball.
Ralph, what do you do on a golf course that hadn't been marked at all? Doesn't have hazard lines or stakes, but yet you've got a pond or a creek out there and your ball's in it?
Well, it depends. You play it as wherever the water is the margin of the hazard. Even no matter how it's maintained, no matter where you say this is the normal water course, it should be up this high and this should be part of it, you don't play it that way. The water defines it if it's not marked.
Power lines. Because I've seen this happen on 18.
Power line.
Editorial item.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18 is a perfect example. It's like, say for example, two things. From the tee, you hit the power lines and it goes into market. Okay, that's out of bounds, correct?
Wait,
No.
you must replay. You must replay it.
Yeah.
You don't have to have an option.
Right.
If it helps you, for example, if you're going down 18 and you have to hit a power line and knock it back inbound, and you say, "Oh, am I lucky?" No.
You have to. So if
And
it
you
touches
see it stuck.
anything, you have to replay that shot.
The same thing out at Hammond,
Yeah.
that one power line.
Number 4.
I've hit it a time or two, and I always played it where it hit, but then I found out later that you go pick the ball up, come back, and bring it to you.
Yeah, but now I'm saying that along the margin. If the power line is on the golf course and you hit it, power line's off the golf course and you hit it and it comes back on, that's just in your benefit. That's like hitting a car, you're just lucky. Yeah.
But if it stays out of bounds, it's out of bounds.
It's out of bounds.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
But there's no stroke penalty to replay
There's no-
if you hit the line.
No, it's free replay.
If I may,
Okay.
this situation happened in our junior tournament a couple of years ago. And that's when we were all making scores.
Yeah.
And anyway, one of the kids had hit the power line. He said, well, I get relief. I said, no, you don't. Because it's not in the rules. And he's a good little arguer. He should go to law school someday. I didn't ask him. He said he played 2 balls. I didn't ask him what he made with either ball. I didn't want that to make my decision. It really wasn't even my decision. He did not get relief. And here's why. It's not in the rules that you get relief from hitting the power line. There is a local rule that you can invoke, and he found it. He came in here and got this for his predecessor under our counter. He came out and said, here it is. And boy, he had a whole passel of people around him, and they were getting smoked.
Well, that's the times you hate being a rules man.
Yeah, and I said, well, okay, let me read it. And I read it, and I said, well, Brian, this says if it's invoked as a local rule. I didn't invoke it as a local rule. Well, they got on their pro up at Jonesboro. And he said, yeah, you get relief. I said, no, you don't. And I called Jay Fox. I said, no, you didn't invoke it. It's not a rule. So they got in their little circle and talked, and finally came up to me and said, well, it should be a rule. And so later that year, he won Junior Player of the Year that year, just by a narrow margin over Kim up at Bella Vista. And so it just so happened I was seated in the awards banquet out of Pleasant Valley by Brian Bells. He didn't talk to me. His mom said, after it was over, I got up and said, Brian, they'd given him this award, Junior Player. I said, Brian, I'm sure glad that power line shot at the War Memorial didn't cost you this award.
Did he grin?
Well, he really didn't. But anyway, yes. Why didn't I put that in there? Well, here's why. When you hit the tee shot there, because of the trees up near the tee, you can't always see if that ball hit the power line or not. And if the ball went out of bounds,